Ornaments are going to come in later. Those feel nice. They have a strong mid-jungle duo, which if you get into skirmishes, I think has a lot of value. I think if you find a moment for Showmaker... Oh, she was low. This is just a kill.
Well, Equalizer is going to come on through here. Shu taking a lot of damage, and he's just forced to stay on it. The entire Equalizer is eaten, and they haven't even picked up turret aggro yet. He does get the knock-up as Cuz is looking to try and keep himself alive. He does do so, and perfect. A lock. Pretty powerful.
TP coming in.
All right, we're going to be fighting for this one. That is a deep teleport for Shu, as Beryl is just going to get locked down before they've even started. The curtains coming in though, and now the Ornhorn's coming on through. Finds the double knock-up, but there's not a lot of follow, as it's another Chemtech Orcs. What the heck? Shu now going to get taken down solo. The Equalizer positioning again is gorgeous. Oh, perfect. What a turnaround in this game as Lucid diving forward, utilizing his untargeted ability. Side of the map is playing really well, and as I say that, Cast Curses are indeed real, ladies and gentlemen, as he will get ganked by 4 people and die. I'm sorry, KT fans. Really am. As KT are going to answer it immediately. Showmaker now in a little bit of trouble as he does get cut down, and LOL Park explodes.
Yeah, great layering of CC. They're hard to kill on Ari, but everything connected and spaced perfectly to take him out. Lucid trying to defend this. I think with aiming moving down, they should be able to keep it alive, but a lot of damage done. Either in a bit of trouble. Yeah,
Deadly Flourish. Once again, the kennel of safety here for Cuz as Lucid dives forward. Barrel Magnus Storm on a 3 is gigantic! Cuz just standing his ground though, seeing if he can find another chomp and he'll get it. King's Tribute as well, keeping him alive, but in comes the Ornn, and down goes the Trundle. PDD just taking care of business here, just being a demolitionist on the other side of the... a roller coaster, which, you know, it's no surprise, it's KT game. They are going to look for this Rift Herald though, so back on the front foot once more. Equalizer back up and available. There's an Emperor's Divide, there's in fact everything they want to throw. Not a whole lot of flashes left remaining, as somehow the Rift Herald is taken by the Rumble as the Ornhorn comes on through. Double knockups are going to come down as well as the Equalizer gets so much value. Somehow Cuz stays alive for so long, and now Shu, the Sand Soldiers finish him off. And over the wall goes Showmaker and Lucid, but I don't know whether they're long for this fight, as the curtains have been called. And the answer is there for KT. They just don't seem to care. As down goes Showmaker, Doctom, aim. And we move over to the camp of DK after a game 1 that looks fantastic. We've all been there before. And once again, KT able to turn it around. DK looking a little worse for wear, as Peter just going to push them away. Atakan is going to belong to KT now.
Whoa.
As a teleport in from Showmaker. They're looking to try and fight. Guys,
let him go, let him go, let him go.
Yeah, Peter's dead. So they are going to be able to get the Leona, but they'll trade her. Okay. All right, Beryl looking for an angle here. They find the 2-man Magnus Storm as the Emperor's Divide gets BDD out of there, as Beryl in a whole host of trouble. Into the backline goes Showmaker, but he pops like a balloon. Lucid trying to get himself out of there. Beryl is limping, but alive, at least for the minute. They've taken BDD, but can any of them survive? As Perfect with his Flame Spitter is looking to burn them down. There's a couple of kills, aiming. Oh my goodness,
Snipe?
Even. Okay, there it is, the flash. Gets aiming to safety, as the Comet did so much damage to aiming on his way out, as the curtains
got a dodge.
They've been called, and he does flash just to make sure that he survives.
I love how both AD carries would have killed the other if they hadn't flashed, so both forcing up from each other. BDD with a bit of a mistake, I'll be honest, does end up going down for it, but so much has to be committed to end up getting the kill in the end. The KT, and this is kind of actually what I was talking about before, you know, because BDD has flash, yes, they end up catching him out, but it costs them so heavily. KT get the Baron.
And Cuz just doesn't know how to do. Me too. In fact, we may have.
Yeah.
Don't quite remember, but it made a noise similar to that as Charm is going to connect onto Peter. I don't think the Eclipse is going to be enough to keep him alive here, as the Equalizer still going to be invested. And she was melted. Isn't he supposed to be a tank? What the heck? Showmaker does get himself another Essence Charge, lands another Charm onto Perfect, but it's all just defensive. And even though they find that pick onto Peter, it doesn't matter. The trade is still going straight up here for KT.
Look, Max, there's only one tank in this game, and it's Cuz. No one else is tanky. And Dplus, think they found a pick, and they get absolutely decimated for it. Inhib gonna go down. There's a big wave bot. That Perfect is pushing in. they will move down towards it.
Yeah, BDD already here in position. Man, Dr. does so much damage. Like you were talking about, everyone is investing because it's double AP. Makes a lot of sense. Rumble is in to a lot of entire health bar back.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's got, I mean, the only armor he has is what Unending Despair has, and it's not like a real armor item. It's like a, here's a little bit of both, you know? He just gets shredded. He has 132 armor.
Yeah.
He's less than half the armor he has magic resist. Dr. just massacres him.
Well, Showmaker not able to find too many buttons. Does get the return of the Orb of Deception. This is a bit of a zoning equalizer, and it does exactly that. Gets rid of DK. I don't think they're defending this particular inhibitor. Mid had already been taken. It's just the bottom lane now as the bounties are up and available. KT, so much control of this game around the Baron, which has now respawned.
That was through Celestial Opposition, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, often you see teams when it's Soul, the team who isn't the one who
in
can get
Chemtech Soul range. Oh, golly. All right, well, Peter looking for a little bit of an angle here as there goes the kennel. Oh, this is equalizer territory. This is so scary. Perfect in position. There goes the equalizer. They do try to jump over it, but the Emperor's Divide keeps them at bay. Doctom locks down the kill onto Beryl, and in the blink of an eye, they all just disappear. It's the KT magic trick, and DK, I'm not quite sure where they turned up.
Yeah, I was watching it because his health bar didn't move, not a millimeter, so...
Oh, that's a shame. We want to see it bouncing back and forth because of all the healing.
Yeah, KT, you know it's going to come out to try and stop them, but I don't think they can do much here.
No, the curtains have been called, but not for KT. They're looking for this last remaining Nexus turret, and of course, in this tiebreaker, we are going the distance. DK, they get to answer a KT. This is what we were expecting out of KT here today. A little bit of a slow start, but finally we get to see them. They're going to need to do it one more time.